Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a long 2 years, hasn't it? But it is great to see, with the lights, so many faces out there this year. I know folks are still filtering in, so if everybody can take their seats so we can kind of get things moving on schedule, which is how we like to run tonight, so we have plenty of time to have some fun. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. We are thrilled to have you join us for the 2021 Fete for Crohn's and Colitis. I'm Ben Simoneau from WCVB Channel 5 here in Boston, and I'm so excited to join you once again for the first time in person in 2 years as the MC this evening. Yes, let's hear it. Isn't it nice to have a night out, despite the weather? And also hello to our audience, our virtual audience tuning in live from home. Hello to all of them. All right, before we get started tonight, we have a message to share with you from the kids at Camp Oasis. As I'm sure everybody in this room, in this pavilion knows, Camp Oasis is the Foundation's summer camp for kids living with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis that takes place every summer. At Camp Oasis, every single person there, even the counselors, have Crohn's or colitis. Campers can meet other kids just like them who also understand what it is like to live with these diseases. Let's turn your attention, please, if you would, to the monitors. Have a look.
Camp Oasis is
a place to feel safe.
awesome.
It was awesome.
The best time I've had in my life for a while.
Blast. That's the word I would describe it, a blast.
A second home.
Camp Oasis is home.
It's an amazing experience that I can hang out with people that have the same issues as me.
I honestly feel like when I started my Crohn's journey, I kind of lost a little bit of my personality and myself with that.
The worst part of having IBD is probably the pain that comes with it, but also other people not understanding.
It's just become a part of me. It's not the weird stigma of, oh, I have a disease, it's just another piece.
When I heard the news that I had ulcerative colitis, I just kind of collapsed.
And then coming to camp and seeing the kids kind of be able to be 100% themselves, like around other people, it kind of enabled me to kind of get my like outgoing personality and my like spunk back.
I have IBD.
I have IBD.
I have IBD. It's not that bad.
And it makes me braver.
And that makes me fearless.
And I'm a stronger person because of it.
I have IBD and I'm resilient.
And I'm brave.
I'm normal.
And it's a part of me.
And I'm not okay all the time.
I have IBD and I'm a trooper.
And I am short. And I like food. And I'm very epic.
And I'm a warrior.
I have IBD and I'm still going.
Wow, nothing can stop those kids. The foundation, the work the foundation does, brings together over 1,300 campers for Camp Oasis nationwide each summer. That includes 150 kids just from the New England area. It's just one of the amazing programs that the funds that we raise here at this event tonight goes to support. The foundation's mission, as you well know, is to find cures for Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, and until then, improve the quality of life for the children and adults affected by these diseases. There are more than 3.1 million people in this nation affected with Crohn's or colitis, collectively known as inflammatory bowel disease or IBD. That's 1 in 100 people, and it's more than 130,000 right here in New England. We'd like to thank our sponsors who've made this night possible. Many of you are in the room, but our platinum sponsors tonight, Karas and Karas Glass and Planet Fitness, thank you. Our gold sponsors, AbbVie, Pfizer, and Takeda. Our silver sponsors, Arena Pharmaceuticals and MFS Investment Management, thank you. And our bronze sponsors, Northbridge Companies, RBC Wealth Management, and Tito's Handmade Vodka. Thank you to all of the platinum level, gold, bronze, and silver sponsors. And a huge thank you to all the sponsors you see also on these screens tonight. As you know, the Foundation's been part of every single major medical breakthrough, investing more than $400 million in research to find a cure, efforts that it began back in 1967. Tonight's event is helping us get closer to those cures that we so desperately need. Of course, as we all found out how important medical research is over the last 20 months. Not only are you accelerating that research, but you're funding critical programs, education, support programs, advocacy efforts to improve patient lives and support them along their IBD journey. And speaking of advocacy, we want you to hear this raw story from two incredible volunteers who engage in advocacy efforts with the foundation to improve the quality of life for IBD patients right here in New England. Have a look.
I started getting involved with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, the New England chapter, after 2 years of a horrible flare-up and multiple surgeries. And the foundation gave me a sense of purpose, one that I had been missing while I was sick. It gave me a community, it gave me a voice and a forum to talk about my experience. And for that, I will be forever grateful.
I've been living with Crohn's disease for the better part of 2 decades now. So I have had firsthand experience with all the trials and tribulations that go along with having the illness, whether it be access to care or mental health as a result of dealing with chronic illness and disabling illness.
While all of my friends were navigating the post-college life and trying to figure out what jobs they were going to have, enjoying their time in their cities, I was confined to my bedroom and the adjoining bathroom and doctor's offices and trying to navigate how to get into remission.
Step therapy is basically if you were to go to your doctor, your specialist, and they prescribe you a medication, perhaps a biologic. And then the insurance companies come back to you and say, well, actually, you have to try these 3, 4, whatever innumerable other options before you can try the one that your doctor prescribed you. Human ramifications of this is really detrimental.
When I first saw my doctor, he had mentioned this new therapy, so I tried it once. And shortly thereafter, I found out that my insurance company was not going to cover it, that they required me to try and fail on 2 other therapies. And so what followed was about a year of me trying and failing on both therapies. And in the meanwhile, I was getting weaker, I was getting thinner, I was in and out of the hospital. My body was totally in flux and was decreasing in its ability to just perform daily functions. Once I arrived to being eligible to try this new treatment, my colon was so deteriorated, was so inflamed that really nothing was going to work. And I had to opt to get a 3-part surgery, which took an additional year of my life. And unfortunately, I will never know what could have happened. There is legislation right now to revise the step therapy protocol and to ensure that no one has to go through what I went through. And that is why it's crucial that you reach out to your state representative to ensure that patients have the proper access to their medication.
Yeah, it certainly shows you how important the advocacy work that the chapter does and the foundation does across the country, because that bill, I know, has been in the state legislature for several sessions now. So it's so important to keep that moving forward. That's exactly what this organization is doing with the donations and the funds that we raise here tonight. If you have not already, we encourage you to check out the silent auction and the raffle. There's always a lot of great items. We've partaken in a couple of these over the last couple of years. There's something for everybody. We've got a Roberto coin, 18-karat medallion necklace, a Nantucket getaway. Who wouldn't want that? A YSL designer handbag, and some incredible art. A Charles Patrick print, an Ella Fitzgerald painting. Wouldn't mind taking those home. Many more. We've got a live auction coming up a little bit later on with 4 one-of-a-kind experiences that you won't want to miss. So an incredible thank you to the Fete committee that put together this event. and worked so hard behind the scenes to gather all of those items, led by our co-chairs Jane and David Wolfman and Sheila Dallashaw-Riddell. And the Fete Committee put together a special message for you tonight to share and show just how much your support matters. Have a look.
My hope for the future is that all IBD patients have quality of life, no pain, no surgery, and can lead normal lives.
Having not one, but 2 children with Crohn's disease changed the course of our lives in hard and dramatic ways. I step up for IBD to fund research and find cures to end the emotional and physical pain and suffering that comes with living with these diseases.
My brother Ross was in and out of the hospital most of his senior year. He had 3 major surgeries, and his positivity and resilience throughout that entire time inspired me greatly. He's the reason why I know about this disease, why I found a passion for it, why I fight for it. He is the reason why I step up for IBD.
I want that suffering to end, and I want people that suffer with Crohn's and colitis to feel like they have a voice and feel like someone that cares, and also give them hope.
A few months ago, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and I have watched my sister and my dad fight this disease for as long as I can remember. I think it's important to share my story so that others who are fighting the disease are not alone. That is why I step up for IBD.
When our daughter Julie was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, she was just 10 years old.
During her 19 years of fighting Crohn's disease, she's always seemed to be in the last string of medications. But this time there are several different options, and that's a direct result of the fundraising efforts that the foundation does.
When I had this first surgery, I felt so alone, and I felt like I was the only one. And if I can help someone, give them courage, and let them know I've been through this too and I'm okay, then I think that I succeeded in my mission.
I hope that we don't have to live with it for the rest of our lives, and it's not as painful and scary for people who get diagnosed in the future.
I'm grateful to be a part of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, to be able to find a purpose in this, to have the opportunity to help other people, to speak up, to share my story, to show my scars, so that people won't suffer in silence anymore.
I want to live in a world where IBD is not as much of a life sentence, that it's something that we live with and that we don't have to struggle so hard in the process.
I step up for IBD because 2 of my 4 children are affected. I step up for IBD because all patients need to live a better, pain-free life where their daily decisions aren't based on how they feel.
I step up to help researchers and doctors find solutions that are literally life-changing for people with these diseases.
I step up for you, Daniel. I love you so much. And I step up for all those suffering from these diseases.
I have a niece who is afflicted by IBD. I have a brother-in-law who's been involved with the foundation for many years, who's also afflicted, as well as myself.
I step up for IBD because I want to see the cure, especially for my wife. She's had it so long, it's about time it's over. So I'm stepping up.
Thank you all. And thank you to all of our New England chapter board members for their dedication in serving the chapter and the IBD community, led by board president Elizabeth Orgel. Elizabeth is here. I wish I could see. We also have board president emeritus in the audience tonight, and now a National Board of Trustees member, Jeff Middleman. And we'd also like to take this time to recognize our Fete co-chairs and our committee. Please stand up when I say your names. Our co-chairs, Sheila Dallashaw-Riddell and David and Jane Wolfman. Ellen Kalmus, Dr. Adam Chaffetz, Carolina Shorvath and Mike Ross, Liz Coleman, Adam Conviser, Robin Davis, Jonathan Epstein, Rosita Fine, Dr. Richard Grand, Jill Zimmerman-Holub, Judy and Joey Karras, Kevin Knobloch, Carolyn Gannon-Kirpich, Pam and Jeff Middleman, Scylla von Sicki, Elizabeth Orgel, Mark Rubin, Judy and Ed Walk, Lisa Resnick Wyatt, and honorary members Barbara and Leo Karras. Congratulations and well done, all of you. Thank you very much. For years, we've been honoring remarkable individuals who've made a profound impact on our IBD community. And tonight, we continue that tradition with our 2021 honorees, Dr. Stephen Fine and Jeffrey Schechter. Let's begin with our first award tonight, which is Humanitarian of the Year. Dr. Stephen Fine is the founding physician of Greater Boston Gastroenterology PC. He serves as the chief of the GI department and endoscopy service at Metro West Medical Center and as the medical director of Boston Endoscopy Center in Wellesley. He's been a member of the New England Chapter Medical Advisory Committee for 14 years and served as the chair for 2 years. Dr. Fine's a leader, an advocate for patient protections in step therapy legislation, which we just spoke about earlier, a speaker at numerous foundation and education events, and participant in the Take Steps for Crohn's and Colitis. So please turn your attention to the screens.
Dr. Fine has been quite successful in the field of inflammatory bowel disease. Patients seek him out, referring physicians seek him out. He's a great listener. And when you're dealing with patients, especially sick patients, they want to be heard. And he'll often start his conversations with patients by saying, "Tell me your story."
Dr. Fine has so many characteristics that I think we as physicians really aspire to achieve all the time. He's selfless and he's truly caring. I mean, you get the sense always that he's putting his patients first.
He loves the patient relationships that he gets to cultivate and form. It's part of why he's always late in the office, but it's because, when we were on pad and paper, he knew when to put down the chart and just listen.
He always takes extra time with each patient. There have been times where I've been bleeding and hurting and I'll call his office. He will always call me back that same day. It might be 10 o'clock at night, but he will call me back.
What I love most about being a physician is the one-on-one interaction with the patients. There, in the exam room, helping them understand their disease, helping them feel better, helping them manage their diseases.
What I exceptionally love about Dr. Fine is that he knows me when I come into the office. He's read my chart. I don't have to start at the beginning. One of his most incredible characteristics is his follow-through. Just he doesn't leave any questions unanswered, and he's only always a phone call away. When you think that you're so sick that you can't control any aspect of your life, it's scary. And he just made every day better and brighter when I would have a conversation with him or we would check in with the medicines, and I felt like I didn't have a life. And I felt like he gave me my life back.
Dr. Fine epitomizes patient care. He's the best.
I don't think there's anybody more deserving of this award. I think, this award is for service to patients, to the community, to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, locally, nationally, and I think he's done all those things to the extreme.
I think Steve Fine's greatest legacy with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has actually been his role with advocacy. Steve has done an amazing job working in Washington, on the state capitol, working with local politicians to advocate for patients.
I was on a medicine and it was not working for me clearly, but the insurance company said I hadn't failed yet on it and I had to stay on it. And Dr. Fine asked me to come to the State House with him. Some physicians might have just said, okay, sorry, stay on this medicine. But he literally went to the State House and has been so involved in this legislation that makes him a hero in my eyes. He is truly a hero.
Well, I've known Steve for almost 30 years now, and we've had the opportunity to work together on the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation Chapter Medical Advisory Committee. We share many, many patients, and they all think the world of Steve. He's committed to caring for his patients and wants what's best for them. I know your patients know this, but now everyone knows this, that you're truly the Humanitarian of the Year for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Please welcome our 2021 Humanitarian of the Year, Dr. Stephen Fine.
Wow. Thank you so much. I am so honored to receive this award. And those words, thank you all. I should have brought a handkerchief because I may get a little teary. I always forget that. I'm sorry. I'm also honored to share tonight and this stage with Jeffrey Schechter, whose commitment to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is unparalleled. I first wish to thank all of my family and friends who are both here at the event tonight, and all of my friends and family who I told not to come from out of town because of the world we live in. And thank you for all of your support. I am grateful for your support and love over the years. I also want to remember my parents and my brother and my second father, my father-in-law, who I know are looking down and smiling. I want to share with you one of the first things I learned in medical school. We were being taught the best way to take a medical history from a patient. And our professor turned to us and said, when a sick patient comes to see you and you ask, why are you here? The next thing they say is the most important thing in their life. Everything else, no matter what else is going on in their life, is secondary to their illness and to their desire to get better. These words resonate with me every day I'm with my patients. It gets to the essence of the impact of illness on our patients, their families, and their life. It illustrates that we as healthcare providers have the unique opportunity to have a special connection with someone, even if we're just meeting them for the first time. The door is open for us to understand them and impact them. We, therefore, are given both the gift and the responsibility of helping people at their most vulnerable moments. And this is why being on the front lines of patient care is so gratifying. Our goal as healthcare providers is to make people better. Ideally, we want to cure them. But if we can't cure them, or until we can cure them, we want to help them take control of their disease so that they control it and not the other way around. We do this every day with every patient. And this is the same goal of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The foundation helps people's lives with research, education, support, and advocacy. I want to thank them for being a partner with me and with other healthcare providers. I especially want to thank Jenna Wilson, Jenna is the present executive director of the New England chapter, and also her predecessor, Kim Frederick Snapper. Their dedication and the team they built is what makes the New England chapter special, unique, and successful. A special thank you to Arushi Malhotra for helping me on the administrative side of the Medical Advisory Committee, and for her expertise and guidance in advocacy both at the state level and the federal level. Arushi, working with you on the big picture has been truly rewarding for me. I want to thank Mark Peppercorn for planting the seed of caring for IBD patients and his mentorship on the art and science of IBD when I was a resident at Beth Israel. I want to thank my colleagues on the Medical Advisory Committee. Having such like-minded physicians throughout New England taking the lead in education and advocacy and community awareness is the best complement to seeing patients in the office. Special thanks to Matt Hamilton, Sonia Friedman, and Samir Shah for their guidance and teaching and friendship over the years. And of course, what would I have done if Frank Ferre had not watered the seed that Mark Peppercorn had planted? Now, I have the best partners in my GI practice, and they're right here. I work with them on the front lines every day. George Dickstein, Greta Teitelbaum, Jaime Oviedo, and Andres Magolan. Thank you for making the practice of GI exciting and always ensuring that we are on the cutting edge. And especially to George for your friendship and the work we do literally 24/7, building and prospering an independent practice in the community. I thank Heidi Peters and Kara McHugh for helping me and the practice care for our patients for over 25 years. Finally, to my patients who allow and entrust their care to me, it is my privilege to care for you. Listening to you teaches me more than textbooks and up-to-date can do. I wish to thank the three most important people in my life who give me the inspiration and strength to be the best that I can be, and I hope I do the same for you. Rebecca and Daniel, may your careers and your personal life be as fulfilling and enriching as mine is. And to Rosita, my joys are greater with you. The sun shines brighter with you. We share life's ups and downs and walk together on our incredible journey. You're my support and foundation, a true partner for the ages. You introduced me to the poet and philosopher Khalil Gibran, who said, "Think not you can direct the course of love. If it finds you worthy, directs your course. Love has no other desire but to fulfill itself." Finally, to everyone here and at home, let's all agree that someday soon, when a patient comes to see us, the first words they speak is, "I am better." Thank you again.
Dr. Fine. Your 2021 Humanitarian of the Year, Dr. Stephen Fine. Let's take a quick photo if we could. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again to Dr. Fine. Now it's time for our Man of the Year award in 2021. Jeffrey Schechter is an investment officer and portfolio manager at MFS Investment Management, where he's worked for almost 30 years now. He became involved with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation over 20 years ago after his own diagnosis with Crohn's disease. He served on the New England Chapter Board of Directors, supported numerous chapter events, and been a leader in funding research to improve the quality of life for those affected by these diseases. I ask you to please turn your attention back to the monitors.
What I admire most about Jeff is his humility. With Jeff, it's never about Jeff. It's always about his team. Whether that team is his family, his work environment, others that are battling Crohn's and colitis alongside Jeffrey. It's always about giving credit to others, offering advice, providing comfort, and being a great teammate.
The most inspirational thing about Jeff is his empathy for others and his willingness to help others out. He's very conscious of the blessings he's received in life, and he is determined to pay things forward.
When I feel most proud of my dad is just when I see him helping others in his community. We have some elderly neighbors who have some health problems, and every day in the winter, he'll go over and plow their driveway without them even asking, or take out their trash for them. So just seeing him do that and seeing how grateful they are, it makes me really proud of the kind of community member that he is.
He is someone who realizes that he has the ability to make an impact on other people's lives and tries the best he can to do that.
I know that the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is very important to Jeff. His illness was a really tough time, and I know he was really grateful for the care and all the good work that went into helping him get better. It's meant a lot to him to be able to give back to the folks that made such a difference in his life.
He has benefited from all the work that this society and physicians have done in understanding the disease and developing cures. And he is determined to pay that forward to ensure that the next generation of folks who are diagnosed with this disease have the best possible chance for cures and treatment that is available.
It's very personal to him, and I know that it's something that he'll carry forward into the future. He's been a leader in the work and has done a lot to raise funds and raise awareness.
He has set a very good role model for me in kind of all areas of life.
Jeff, you've come a long way from 4700 Ridge Oak. We're all very proud of you and everything that you do, both for our family and for the community.
Thank you so much for caring so much about me and the family and about other people and all the time you've put into this organization. I'm really grateful for all the connections you've made for it personally, because you found me a great doctor. And I know that it has made a big impact in your life. And so I'm very proud of you.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Please welcome the 2021 Man of the Year, Jeffrey Schechter.
Clearly, it's not easy following Dr. Fine. That speech was awesome. And it was actually interesting to hear all the, I actually saw Dr. Frey a couple of times as a second opinion, and I saw Dr. Peppercorn for a third opinion. And the great news was they all agreed with my primary GI that I was doing the best I could do in the right care. So I'm grateful for all that. So it's an honor to be named the Man of the Year. And as I think back to the prior awardees, I'm extremely humbled to be in the company. So thank you for that. And to Steve, again, my gratitude for all you've done for both your patients and for the chapter via your service in the Medical Advisory Committee. It's certainly an honor to share this evening with you, so you deserve everything you've gotten tonight. As I thought about this speech tonight, I recalled Andy Warhol's famous line that everyone will be famous for 15 minutes. And I kind of thought this well could be mine, but I'm not going to take 15 minutes. But given that there's so many people here tonight who really even don't know who I am, I realize this is probably more my Admiral Stockdale moment. And for those who don't recall, he was Ross Perot's vice presidential candidate in 1992. And he got up at the VP debate that night and said, "Who am I and why the hell am I here?" So that, I figure, kind of summed up what I'm doing tonight. So you've already kind of heard the basic backstory, so I'll be brief on this. I was indeed diagnosed with Crohn's in 1993. As all these people have already told you, you go through the basic care. There's just sort of a typical protocol in those days of the medicines they try and they fail and they try and they fail. And this is all before the biologics that are available today. And I never really found lasting relief. It was a pretty long, perpetual 4-year battle. It was a struggle to have the energy to get to work and get through the day. And there were times I was even 30 to 40 pounds lighter. And while that, some people may think, hey, that's not all bad, I don't really have 30 to 40 pounds to lose. So all these stories you heard from the people at Camp Oasis, it's all true. It basically is a shitty disease, let's be honest. So finally in the spring of 1997, with the impending birth of our oldest daughter, Tina and I's oldest daughter, I decided to have the surgery. Knock on wood, I've been very fortunate since then not to have any other issues other than just taking sort of the normal preventative care. So I've been very fortunate on that. I know that often after surgery you can have a recurrence, so I've been very lucky. And because of that, after my diagnosis, I was also introduced to the foundation through a coworker actually at MFS back in 1993. The foundation was a great resource at the time. If you really think about it, they provided lots of information about what the disease was, the basic care options, helped me find a doctor. But if you really think 1993, the internet was just really getting started. and there was not the available information at every one of our hands that we have in our phones here tonight. And just to put a little perspective on that, don't forget, the New York Times did not even have a website until 1996. So the ability to go online and Google Crohn's and find any information was really hard to do, and it was really great to have the Crohn's Foundation provide information about this disease and treatment options. It was also really a great option to help you find other doctors to provide that second opinion, Dr. Fete, that third opinion, the esteemed Dr. Peppercorn, who everybody said was the best in Boston. And we're very fortunate in Boston to have the best doctors, and I can certainly attest to that as personally. So, after finally having that surgery and kind of getting my health back together, my life back together on a personal level, I realized it was time indeed to give back to others who are not as fortunate and to try to find a cure. So as you've heard, I became very involved in the chapter. I joined the board for a number of years. I served helping organize events like this for a number of years. And then more recently, I really did just focus on trying to raise funds and donating funds, as I did spend a lot of time also doing other things with my children, working in their schools. But this organization has always meant a lot to me, and it's a really important organization. So, when Jenna, Elizabeth, and Judy Walk reached out to me and asked me that they wanted me to be the honoree tonight, it was pretty clear I know who to blame for that. It was Judy Walk. And so, Judy, I know you're home watching this. I know you're not feeling well. We hope you feel better soon. You're greatly missed. This chapter would be nowhere without your drive, your passion, and your energy. Indeed. So get well soon again. So, the personal journey to tonight has really been a wonderful experience. Many of you may know, as my friend Joe said in the speech, I really do keep a lot of things to myself. Fundraising is really outside of my typical comfort zone, so it's been a really interesting experience. But the process has really left me amazed and saddened at the same time. So let me explain that a little bit. I was amazed because the level of generosity I found within my friends, my coworkers, and my family. All three groups of which I'm grateful to have represented here tonight. Some of my coworkers, some friends from Lexington, and my brother actually came all the way from Houston, so I'm grateful for that. So thank you all. Yet I was really saddened by the percentage of people, as they donated, would reach out with an email, I'm happy to donate, but I want to let you know that I have a friend who has it, or I have a son who has it, or a friend of the friend who has it. And I know the basic stat is somewhere around 1% of Americans have some form of IBD. I swear that it was more like 1 out of 10 of the responses I got. So either I've got a really terrible network of friends, or this disease is even more prevalent than everyone knows, which I hope it's really the former of those two. But it was really kind of saddening how many people gave, but pointed out that they had the same experience. And so this is why I raise funds. I want to help people find a cure. I want to help people find better treatments. I want to help people find a better way than the 4 years I had to go through. It is really a miserable disease. So finally, just the last couple of comments so we can all have dinner. I want to thank to Jenna, Andrew, and Belay, and the rest of the staff of the committee for putting on this wonderful evening in a very trying time. I know the event was this size, and it got bigger when we were sort of reopened, and it got again smaller. So you guys have done a great job, and you all deserve a round of applause. To my daughter, Amy, who is in Boulder, theoretically watching tonight, and my other daughter, Ruby, who is in Austin, again, theoretically watching tonight. I love you both. If you are watching, I'm really glad to know that you're home on a Saturday night, and since it's so late, maybe not in Boulder, but maybe you'll stay home and continue working on your studies tonight. But thank you for watching. I know you wanted to be here. And then finally, I wanted to say to my wife, Tina, if I can get my breath, without your love and support, I would not have gotten through those darkest days, those 4 years, and I would not be where I am today without that as well. So for that, I'm grateful. I know I don't say it enough, but I do love you, so thank you very much for everything you do for me. Maybe not put as well as Dr. Fine, but that's what I got. So the last thing I want to say is we're going to be doing Fund the Mission soon. I hope that each of you will consider giving to it if you haven't given, and if you have, please consider giving more. What I want to say is when you think about an amount to give, think about an amount and make it 5 times that amount, or even put a 0 behind it. What I really want you to do is think about an amount that'll make you feel nauseous and sick to your stomach and have a pain in your gut, because that's how all of us with Crohn's feel most days. So thank you. Well, thank you. Let me take that out of your hand. Thank you very much. Appreciate all your work you do for us.
Photo here.
Okay.
Weekend. Thank you. Your 2021 Man of the Year, Jeffrey Schechter. Congratulations again to both Dr. Stephen Fine and Jeffrey Schechter for the remarkable efforts that they have put forth to advance the mission of this organization. It is now time for dinner, so we'll be back in a short while for the live auction and, as Jeffrey mentioned, fund the mission. Don't forget, you can keep bidding on those silent auction items. There's a Sonoma Getaway out there, a year's supply of toilet paper. Who knows if we'll need that again? Designer jewelry, art, luxury box at a Bruins game. Keep the bids going, and we'll see you shortly for the live auction. Have a good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We have our in-person and virtual audience all together now to celebrate. Please turn your attention to the screen.
Hello, New England! All right, listen, I wish I could be in Boston with you all. My name is Matt Light. All right, now, why am I talking to you? Why are you hearing from this large mammal? Well, it's because I, too, suffer from Crohn's. And I know that there are people with ulcerative colitis. I know there are people with a lot of different things that fall into the IBD category. And for all the young people who are listening to me right now, all of you that are sitting there at this event, know this, you got it. You got it, right? You got what it takes to be able to function at a very high level and deal with a very difficult disease. How can I say that? Well, when I was running into sweaty large mammals and playing the game of football, it wasn't easy, but I did find a way to manage it. So all those games, all those practices, all those hits, all the things that it did to my body, and also doing it with Crohn's, I can safely say that no matter what comes your way, stick close to your doctors, listen to what the team of people that are around you are telling you, but know in the back of your mind that no matter what happens, you'll get through this. And listen, enough about all that. Why are you all there tonight? Well, it's to raise money for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, something that I truly believe in. And like I said, I wish I was there, but I want you to do something for me. Bid high and bid often. Give everything that you can. Why? Because it's important. You know what else is really important? You're going to get to hear from a 13-year-old IBD hero. Her name is Amelia Fife. Amelia, it's not easy to get up in front of people and deliver a message, and I know you got a really good one. You go, girl. You got this too. All right? So listen, bid high, bid often, and let's raise a lot of money.
All right. Good evening, Boston. How is morale? Take a seat. Settle down. How is everything going? Can I dim the lights a little bit? I cannot see a thing. Welcome to those tuning in online. Welcome to everyone here tonight. Shh. I'm not okay. Hey. Who is here at their first event back? Just quick show of hands. Let me have a quick look. Who's at their first Crohn's and Colitis event? Okay, about 6 of you. Who has just realized they should not be at this event? They've just stumbled in to the wrong place. Okay, well, welcome to the auction. About 9 of you got involved there. Can I dim the lights a little bit more? I want to see the whites of the eyes at the back of the room. I want to see you. Okay, right. Everyone should have bid cards in front of you. If you haven't, someone take responsibility for picking up the white envelope on the table. There are names on each of the bid cards, so distribute those as well. Who is in charge? You've got about 20 seconds to get this bit right. Some pretty good distribution happening here. Lovely stuff. All right. Once you've got the bid cards, can you just wave them at me just so I know you're in a position to give? This side of the room doing my table in particular. Thank you, table 4. At the back of the room, wave your bid cards. Thank you very much, team. Somehow it's literally the VIP tables here at the front that seem to not quite understand what the deal is with the paddles. Okay, fine. Ooh, goodness me. Can someone do the glass thing? I'm not going to wrestle with Boston. Guys, listen. The irony is not lost on me. A British guy trying to get the Bostonites to get together and do their job and raise money and all of that sort of stuff. I appreciate it's been a long time since the Brits had any control over here. But we are on the same team tonight, all right? We are raising money for Crones and Colitis Foundation. We have 4 incredible packages. You should all have a paddle in hand. Can you please wave them at me and just let me know you're alive and with me? There we go. Oh, unbelievable scenes. It only took 25 minutes. Right, lot item number 1. Let's get going. A quick game's a good game. Lot item number 1. This is a private dinner. Goodness me. This is a private dinner for 6 people at Yvonne's. It's an award-winning modern supper club, former home to Loch Ober. Am I pronouncing that right? Loch Ober? I believe that's right. Loch Ober. Nailed it. It has an absolutely incredible backstory. I'm sure you are all very much aware of it. After entering through a speakeasy sort of faux hair saloon, Yvonne's head chef will actually create a truly fun, personalized, curated dinner for you and Wait, sorry, 1 second. Let's just work out what's happening. What is it that's happening on this table here? Whatever it is has to be more important than raising money for Crohn's and colitis. So let's just, sorry, can everyone just hold fire? It must be staggeringly important, because here we are trying to raise money for a life-threatening disease and something massive is happening. What exactly is going on table 7? What are we... You're discussing. Well, let me sell it to you and we'll go for... All right, where should we start? $1,000? $1,000 right here from table 7. $2,000. We're at 1,100. Wait, 1 second. What's happening here? I give the increments. You know, what's going on? He just put his hand up and was like 1,100. That's not how we do it. We're at $2,000. Are you good for it at $2,000? $2,000. We're at $3,000 from this unruly table. Table 7. We're at $3,000 at the back of the room. 3,000 bid. This is where the action is. We got some heavy talkers over here. We got some real deal makers over here on the back. We're looking for $3,500. Otherwise, we're selling ones at $3,000. Surely you're good for $3,500 bid. Unbelievable scenes here in the middle of this raucous tent where the table 7's lost. We're at $4,000. We're at $5,000. He says, Harry, I see your increment and I double it. You're pathetic. I laugh at your $1,000 increment, Harry. Right, we're at 5,000. Go on, let's turn this into $1,000 ahead. You will go from zeros to hero. The whole tent hated you 3 minutes ago, and now they will literally carve out your name on the benches. They will sing your names into the songs of Boston. We're at 55. I'll take $5,001 at this stage. That's all I need. Oh, thank you, sir. We are now flirting on table 7. $5,001. Are we good for $6,000 over here? Or are we selling ones at $5,001 to table 7? We started off on the wrong page. $6,000 bid. I don't believe it. Table 7. I can't believe what's happening. I've completely outstayed my welcome at this table, haven't I? Are you sure it's $6,000? Ladies and gentlemen, but they've gone bashful of all tables. Table 7 is now bashful. We're at $6,000 selling ones unless you want to come in, literally, I'll loan you interest-free $1 just to get, that's on me. That's like no tax. There he is, $6,001. You see, there's a $999 difference between we're at 7, we have a new bidder right here at $7,000. It's just ridiculous scenes back and forth. Oh, this is high risk. This is high risk. By the way, there is an operations manager losing their mind somewhere. If I fall and break my leg, it's on me. Don't panic, remain calm. I'm not suing anyone. We're at $7,000 here. Do we have $8,000? Otherwise, we're selling once at $7,000, selling twice at $7,000. And ladies and gentlemen, we are sold. Lot item 1, gone. Okay, this is a huge item. Okay, with every auction, there is one item that will make or break an auction. This is that item. Lot item number 2. Let's get the slides up. This is your chance to head to the Outer Banks. I know everyone's very excited. This is it. This is a big one. Can you do the glass thing? Can you do the glass things? Everyone do the glass thing. Table 7 is now onside, actively glass dinging. Here we go. Right, this is vital we get this bit right. 7 days, 24 bedrooms. This is your opportunity to head to the Outer Banks for 50 people. We have been locked up, cooped up. We've been kept away from our family, our friends. I haven't hugged my mother for nearly 2 years now. I cannot tell you what I would give to spend a whole week with 50 of my closest family and friends. This is your chance to do it in the Outer Banks. 24-bedroom estate, which is actually ridiculously big. The Black Stallion is a unique 20,000 square foot estate located in the heart of the gated Currituck golf course community. So there's golf thrown in, incredible landscapes. It's on the Outer Banks. Funnily enough, this is actually where me and my family do a reunion every other year at Duck. Do you know Duck? Of course you do, Table 7. We're going to have a lot of fun, aren't we? All right, there's golf, there's all. Listen, the bottom line is it's 50 people. Online, this will actually online go for $25,000 to $30,000. I'm starting at just $5,000 because I want to see some paddles in the air. And I'm going to open the bidding. We got $5,000 right here. I'm going to open the bidding at $10,000 myself. Selling once at $10,000. Do we have anyone at $15,000? Selling twice at $10,000 to me. Anyone want to come in at $15,000? Otherwise, we're selling. Okay, and it is, I'm joking, relax, obviously. Goodness me. Right, we're at $15,000 at the back. Where is my underbidder? We're at 10 with me then. Where's my underbidder? Right here. We're looking for, I'll take $12,000. 12 bid over here at the back. We're at 15 at the back of the room. Thank you. These increments are going everywhere. I'll take $16,000. 16 bid. Thank you, sir. This would make an excellent sort of like wedding gift. Think about like a, it could be an anniversary present. We're at 16 grand. 17 bid. 18,000. It's a no-brainer. We're at less than $500 per person for a week. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a little bit bashful. Get behind him at 18,000. We're at 18,000. We're good for 20 over here at the back. $20,000. 20 bid. $18,001. Bid. Thank you very much. This is what happens when you don't have enough bidders. You literally have to go up by $1. We're at $18,001. Let's just clean this up at 20. Call it a night at $20,000 for 50 people. It's 20,000 square feet for 50 people. Ladies and gentlemen, as and when he comes in with a $20,000 bid, I want you all to grab your napkins and then just wave them around your head like absolute lunatics when he comes in at 20. Not yet, table 7. He hasn't done it yet. Yet he must earn his keep at $20,000. $20,000 at the back of the room. Unbelievable scenes here in Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you very much, sir. $20,000 from right at the back of the room. We're looking for $21,000. Listen, sir, I am dragging you out to the deep waters. Strap on those armbands. Let's do this. I'm looking for $21,000. Otherwise, we're selling once at $20,000, selling twice at $20,000, and we are sold at $20,000. Sure. I got you. Right. Lot item number 3. Do you have him at the back of the room? I just want to make sure I'm getting... There we go. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Lot item number 3. The custom Hort Couture gown. This will make you the best dressed in Boston, okay? Waltham-based fashion designer David Joseph, who actually donated this item tonight, created gowns for the red carpet for all sorts of celebrities. Publications included Harper's Bazaar and Vogue. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. David Joseph will actually create a gown from start to finish specifically for you. We're going to go up in $500 increments. Let's just get bidding nice and fast. We're at $500 for this item. We're looking for $500. We're just going to rack on through it. We're at $500. We're at $1,000 over here. We're at $1,500 at the back of the room. $1,500, thank you. We're at $2,000 here for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This really is no one else will have this gown. You're at my table. This is where the megastars are. We're at $2,000. I'm right here, right in front of you. We're at $2,000. I'm leaning quite heavily on it. We're at $2,000. We'll take $2,500, 25 bid from my table, my favorite table at $2,500. We'll take $3,000 from the back of the room. Who was my underbidder over here? We're looking for $3,000. Otherwise, we're selling once at $2,500. Who's with me at $3,000? Is this thing on? What's happening? We're at $3,000. There she is at $3,000. Coming in strong. Fantastic. We're at $3,000. I'll take $3,500 from table 7. So far, you haven't won a thing yet. $3,500. There we go. I know how to massage an ego. We're at $4,000. The sheer panic in your eyes. I love it. Do we have anyone at $4,000? Otherwise, we're selling once at $3,500 to the MVPs on table 7. Do we have $4,000 from table 4? It kind of makes sense. $4,000 from table 4. Otherwise, we're selling twice at $3,500 to table 7. And we are sold to table 7. Bidding number... Oh, look at this moment. We're having such a moment here. Bid number 287 at $3,500. How am I doing for time? 3 minutes for the final item. Right, this is it. The final item, an afternoon sale. I'm joining table 7 after this if table 4 doesn't up their game. Let's go. Right, lot item number 4. Pay attention to the screen. It's all there, the top level stuff here. By the way, this is donated by Larry and Valerie Post. If they are here, thank you. And Michael Murphy. Right, afternoon sale for 4 people around the Boston Harbor. And Nautilus dinner will be thrown in afterwards, okay? So you'll be swept off your feet and skippered on a weekday afternoon sail This is a 44-foot sailboat called Kayla. And if you're wondering, where have I seen that sailboat before? A deep dive of research has actually discovered that this featured in the extended version of Ben Affleck's The Town. So that's where you recognized it, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you recognized it. So you and 3 others will be sailing around Boston Harbor. There'll be food and drinks included. And then in the evening, you'll have dinner for 4 at Nautilus Pier 4, Boston, the newest addition to the dining scene right in the heart of the seaport itself. The gift also includes all the expenses, the tip and the tax and the drinks. You will have to buy some wine at the dinner, though. Anyway, we are going to start the bidding staggeringly low because there haven't been enough bids. $500. We're looking at $500. We're at $5. We're at $1,000. We're looking for $2,000 now. We're at $1,500. Fine, I'll take 15. We're at $2,000, $2,500, $3,000. 3 bid. We're at $4,000. We're going up in $1,000 increments now. This is $1,000 ahead. $1,000 ahead. You're going on a sail trip around Boston Harbor, followed by dinner. We're at $3,000 here. Madam, I'm looking directly at you. We'll take $4,000. Are we good for $4,000? Am I going to have to get down? For God's sake. Right, let's go. I'll take $3,500 from you. Are you good for $35? Yes. Look at it. Yeah, we'll go for it. Go on. We're at $3,500. Keep up. You're with me. Are you sure? This is dinner for 4 people and a sail trip. This is, get behind her, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking to raise money for Crohn's and Colitis. Come on. We haven't negotiated. Right, you're out of luck. We're at $3,500. Table 7 for the win. As always. MVP's right here, baby. Right, $3,500. He's lost his mind. Sorry. We're at $4,000. Are we good for $4,000? It's just another $500. What's $500 between a bunch of friends? I'll lend you $50. There's 50, 100, 200. We've got you covered for the extra $500. We go for $4,000. She is the boss, and I think she says yes. Does she say yes, ladies and gentlemen? We're at $5,000. Are we good for it? Otherwise, we're selling once at $3,500 to table 7. The best table ever. We're at $3,500. Are we good for $4,000? You can negotiate with me at this point because no one else is bidding. Are you sure? Selling twice at $3,500. Let me tell you something. You have until I get to the stage. 1 second, table 7. Wait a second. But as I get to the stage, I'm going to tell you something. In the recorded history of human beings, in the long recorded history of the dying breaths of human beings, never has it ever been said in those final moments, you know what my one regret is in life? My one regret was taking that trip with my 3 best friends on that stunning sailboat and then tickling the taste buds at Nautilus where we had dinner. There it is. Are we good for $4,000? No, unbelievable. I gave it my best. Selling once at $3,500, selling twice at $3,500, and table 7 has it again. $3,500. We are sold. Thank you very much. Great job. What number is this paddle? Number 289. Thank you to table 7. Thank you to the bidder right at the back of the room with that fantastic $20,000 donation. Right. That was a bit of fun, and thank you. I think we raised a lot of money there, which is good. But this is the part where we can all get involved, and this part really is absolutely vital that we get it right. And I'm going to reattach the microphone. There we go. So we have a special guest this evening who can tell you firsthand why you're actually here tonight, why it's so vital that we actually support Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. She bravely shared her story with all of those who are at the Boston, at the Take Steps walk in June. Who was actually at that Take Steps walk in June at the back? Big chunk of you at the back. Fantastic. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce 13-year-old Amelia Fife.
Hello, everyone. I'm Amelia Fife. I'm in the 7th grade, and I just turned 13. 4 years ago, when I was 9 years old, I got really sick, and I was in a ton of pain. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and I didn't know what it was at first. I had never heard of the disease, and I was really scared. But more scary was the worry that consumed me as I wondered if the pain in my stomach would ever go away. Sometimes it felt like it never would. I spent my days in bed with a heating pad on my stomach and my dog by my side. Oftentimes when I was in school or at my dance practice, I'd be in so much pain that I'd have to go to the nurse's office or call my mom to go home. The first year, I felt really alone and isolated. My body changed due to the medication I took, and I started having body image issues. Crohn's disease doesn't just affect your stomach. It can affect many different things, such as anxiety and depression. It's like they latch onto each other. Another hard part was that I had no one to really talk to. Of course, I had my family and my friends, but no one really understood what I was going through. I was on steroids, and that made me really hungry and really moody all the time. I didn't feel like myself, and I honestly didn't know who I was becoming. One day I was told about Camp Oasis, which is an overnight camp for kids with Crohn's and colitis. I'd never been to camp, let alone a sleepaway camp, so I was really nervous. But when I got there, all of a sudden I wasn't really nervous at all. Everyone there understood what I was going through, and most counselors and campers all had IBD too. No one had to worry about our diseases or what games or activities we might miss. Bathrooms were everywhere, and at mealtimes there were tons of food choices in case of special diets. At Camp Oasis, I started to feel a little bit normal again. Today, I'm no longer on steroids, and my new medication is working very great, which is very relieving. I've been in remission for almost 2 years. I'm back on my dance team, and I hang out with my friends a ton. Early in my speech, I said I worried a lot those first few years about always being in pain and missing fun events. And I'm not gonna lie, I still do worry even though I'm okay for now. That's why I'm here tonight, asking you to support me in the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation as I share my story and share the hard things that I've had to deal with. Here's the truth. Crohn's disease affects you physically and mentally, and having Crohn's disease is awful and unfair. But I try to think of it in a positive way. I step up for IBD because I want to inspire people and make them feel comfortable. I want to raise awareness and help people find a community. Crohn's disease made me feel small and not very valuable. It also made me feel isolated and alone. Since going to Camp Oasis, I found my voice again, and I want to share it. I want to inspire people so they will share their story and not feel ashamed. I hope I have inspired you here tonight, and thank you for supporting me in this community.
Can we give it up one more time for Amelia? That was absolutely incredible. Amelia, also speaking like that at 13 in front of a Boston audience, that is a future governor right there. Ladies and gentlemen, amazing. Thank you for your incredibly inspiring story, and congratulations. That's what this is all about tonight. It's literally, we are trying to fund more inspiring stories like Amelia's. Tonight, we now have the chance for everyone to do their bit, okay? So only 4 people were able to win in the live auction, 2 of which were at table 7, which means that almost every other table here is now about to win in the appeal. That's what it's about. Everyone can do their bit, whether or not you're giving thousands of dollars or $100. It doesn't matter what you get, $100,000, whatever you want to give. It's vital that everyone gets involved, not just because of raising money. It's because it feels good. It's the only thing that matters. Every single one of us, there is an altruism inside each and every one of us that donating to Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, giving hope and inspiration to the likes of Amelia, that is what this is all about, okay? So I promise you, you may not know it, but I promise you it will feel good. So get those paddles in your hands. We're going to operate a reverse appeal, okay? So we're going to start high. I'm going to talk you through what those increments can mean for Crohn's and Colitis, and then we are going to ask each person to put their paddle in the air as and when they're comfortable giving, okay? If you are not giving and you are talking, I promise you I'm going to call you out. I promise you. This next 3 minutes is absolutely vital. I'm actually going to take the microphone for this moment because there's a chance I'm going to get into the audience again. We just heard some unbelievable news as well, kind of about 25 minutes ago. Jeff Schechter, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've got that right? Thank you very much. Not bad for someone with dyslexia. Jeff Schechter and Tina Hoffman will be kicking off tonight's appeal with a $25,000 donation, okay? We are aiming to raise $100,000. So between 2 people, we are a quarter of the way there. By the way, sorry, if I just casually donated $25,000 on a Saturday night and I got that miserable, tepid round of applause, I would be livid! $25,000! Whoa! Very, very tough crowd over here. I want you to think about Amelia and all of the other people you are going to be helping as you follow the likes of Jeff and Tina and make a donation. Do we have anyone else willing and able to give $25,000 and get us halfway there in this appeal at $25,000? This is the moment you just put up your paddle, and I promise you it will feel amazing. Doesn't it feel great? It does, right? It's an amazing. I've never done it personally, by the way. It's not talking from experience. But do we have anyone? I'm very comfortable in this uncomfortable moment you're going through, but I can do it all night. I literally bathe in this moment because sometimes someone's on the fence, glasses are smashing, someone's thinking about it and they're like, I might do it. Think about all the galas you haven't been to and donated in the last, 16, 17 months. This is your moment. Just give that $25,000. Do we have anyone willing to come in? Just $1 a day. That is it. $1 a day for the next 25,000 days. And that is, I've done the math. That is it. It's not a big ask. We'll need an upfront payment. Okay, fine. Fine. $25,000 has been donated, though. So one more round of applause for that. Okay. We are now at the $10,000 level. I've just taken off $15,000. Who is with me at $10,000? $10,000. Who can do it? Is there someone willing and able to come in at $10,000 and donate towards this incredible organization? Think about Amelia, think about Camp Oasis, think about the impact it has. At $10,000, all you have to do is just put that paddle in the air at $10,000. And by the way, we have a donation at 10. Wait, was that a paddle up there at the back in the middle at 10,000? Can we have the lights dimmed a bit just so I've got just a bit more of a hope? There we go. Perfect. Okay, who's with me at $10,000? At the moment, we actually have a donation from John and Evelyn Newmeyer at $10,000, okay? Which brings us to $35,000. So we're 65 grand away. So that's 4 people have donated 35 grand. We need $65,000 across the other, 196 of you. Okay, it's going to be a long night. We're at $5,000 now. At $5,000, this could send 4 children like Amelia to Camp Oasis for a week, providing a life-changing experience, providing confidence, a safe place to operate, to meet friends. Right here, number 253 at $5,000. Fantastic. Number 226 at $5,000. Yes! Thank you, sir. Look at the smile on your face. How good does that feel? Am I right? There we go. 183 at $5,000. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Number 212 at... He says, you know what, Harry, I missed out on that fabulous trip to North Carolina, but you know what? That is amazing stuff. $5,000. Doesn't need a trip thrown in, just straight up donation at $5,000. That is 4 at $5,000. Do we have anyone else willing to come in at $5,000? You have until I get to the stage. We're going to bring the roof down on this tent at 5. We're at 58 grand so far. By the way, if you're tuning in from home, there are definitely ways for you to get involved as well. You should have received a link as if by magic it will have arrived in your inbox, or just follow the prompts on the screen. Make a donation. Your name will flash up here live in Boston. That's me. There we go. Ellen's got the right idea. Thank you for your donation. We're at $83,000. Kevin Knobloch is in as well. I'm not sure how much you've donated, Kevin, but we're at $84,000, which means people are tuning in from home because we've had 4 donations at the $5,000 donation level. We're now at $2,500, which is more or less a cappuccino in New York City, where I'm from. So who's with me at $2,500? Right there, 163 208 161. Thank you so much. That's $7,500 from one table alone. Who's with me right here at $2,500? I'm not getting... 161 has given at $2,500. Let's get one more at least at $2,500. There it is. Thank you, sir. 190 at $2,500. So now that's another $10,000. Where are we at? $94,800. Fabulous stuff. Right, we are now at the $1,000 level. $1,000. That's an hour's parking here in Boston. Come on. Right, let's get going. 257. I've got a note. 257 196 138 204. Now we're moving. We're rocking and rolling. Who else is with me at $1,000? Come on, $1,000. 152 142. Thank you very much. 244 164 119. Amazing. Now we are doing it. 134. Where are we at? 103. Did I say 100 grand? Sorry. Scrap that. I meant $120,000 is the goal. 307. You good for it? 145 at $1,000. Keep it going. If you're not putting your paddle up, get behind them with a round of applause. 307 at... Oh, wait. I've already given that one. Don't bill her twice. That was a photo op right there. Robin and Andy Davis at $1,000 as well. Congratulations, Dr. Fine. Is that correct? I've got that one right. There we go. Right, donations are coming in thick and fast from outside as well. We're at $108,000. Not too bad, especially considering about 90% of you are yet to give. We're at $500. This is it. This is Netflix for a year. $500. 230. Who else? $500. Come on, we can do this. 177 at $500. Who else is with me? 215. Thank you very much. Very nervous crowd to give. It's going to feel good. It's not going to be a problem. You're going to survive. You'll get through the day. 151 at $500. 144 at $500. 104. 141. What have I knocked over? Okay, we're good. 252. Cell phones away. One bit of housekeeping. Shh. Sorry, just for this last 90 seconds, can everyone just put your cell phone? I don't care what's happening in the outside world. Forget Fox News or CNN or all that noise. Get off Instagram or Facebook or Meta or whatever the hell it's called now. Funny how they changed literally. A whistleblower happens 20 minutes later. They're like, we're called Meta now. It's like, come on, we get it. Everything online right now is irrelevant. We have to raise this money. So please turn your phones face down. If you are a young professional at the back of the room, get off Tinder. It's a waste of time. It's miserable out there. Oh boy. It's a minefield. At $500. Come on. Let's go. Who else is with me at $500? Right here, 116. Thank you very much. We're now at the level that literally everyone should be giving at $250. Put your paddles in the air. 185, 167, 280, 258, 228, 236, 290, 183, 200, right at the back of the room. Good for you, sir. Who else is with me at $250? Come on. One last question, 238. By the way, if you I forgot to do this earlier and I feel like a bit of an idiot. If you are a guest tonight, if you're a guest of a table host or a sponsored table or a corporate table or something like that, can you please give a round of applause to your table host and just say thank you? Fantastic. If you are, perfect. If you are clapping right now, it means you are on a free ride. All right? Sneaky, wasn't it? Very sneaky. There is no such thing as a free meal in life. This is the deal. You cannot come to this event, get all dressed up, indulge in the food and the wine and the steak or the salmon, which was delicious, hang with friends and family, hear an inspirational speech from Amelia, and leave spending less than you would on a Happy Meal. That is not okay. So every single one of you at $100, put your paddle in the air if you're willing to give now. 131, 270, 132, 111, 206, 160, thank you, 259, 173. Look at my table, look at you. 217, 291, 124, 171, 266. The full sweep from table 4. Legends. 180, 125, 155, 270, 224, 209. And then right at the back of the room, 270, 278. Thank you very much. That is the end of the appeal. However, one last thing, just before I go to my deluxe suite here in the Westin Hotel, and thank you for having me, the Westin. This is an interesting one. We have been given the opportunity for 2 people to head to a Celtics game. Do we have any Celtics fans in here? Okay, cool. All right, so this should be popular. Okay, good. I was worried about that. Celtics still have fans. Good. Right. So, shots fired, am I right? I literally don't even know what sport they play because I watch rugby. Right, so the Celtics, you get 2 tickets to the Celtics, right? You are also getting $200 gift card to Preza, okay? Which is nice, yeah? And it's yours for just $200. So for just $200, you get $200 worth of food and drinks and the rest of it, and you get to go to a Celtics game. Seems like a good deal. I'm going to sell it super quick to someone at $200. For example, 144 is winning at $200. However, no, this is now no longer an auction. I'm going to give it to the last number I call out. However, if I call out your number, you are donating $200 regardless. If you get outbid, and I'll guide you through it, table 7, I know that we've had a few. If you get outbid and you want to bid again, you are now in for $400 because every time I call your number, you're adding $200 to the bill. So I'm selling it to number 144, selling once, selling twice, and we are, number 110 is now winning at $200. Selling one. No, you're ruining the game for me, sir. Okay, I'm getting $1,000 from 110. Get behind him at $1,000. 110. Could have done with him earlier, couldn't I? $1,000. Right, okay, so this is important we get this right because I don't want people to complain. Every time I call out your number, you're in for $200. Who's currently winning at $200? Because I'm going to sell this Celtics tickets and dinner at $200, and we're selling once to number 144, selling twice unless someone wants to come in at $200, and we are number 181 is now winning at $200, selling once, selling twice, and we 177 at $200 at the back of the room, selling once, selling twice. 145 is now winning for $200, selling once, selling twice, and congratulations, sir. 168 is now winning at $200, selling once, selling twice, and we are 208 is now winning for $200. Everyone I've called out has already given $200, no matter what. If you want to give again, you'll be in for $400. Selling once at the back of the room, selling twice, and we are 198 is now winning at $200. Selling once, selling twice, and we are 145 is back in the mix, in for $400. Selling once, selling twice, and congratulations, 208 is now winning. Selling once, selling twice. It's Amelia's 198 out of nowhere. Selling once, selling twice, and you literally from the depths of despair, they have come away. 157, selling once. Oh, it's such a shame, isn't it? It was there. It was within touching distance. Selling once, selling twice, and we are, congratulations, 198 is winning. Selling once, selling twice, but it was short-lived because 208 is now winning again. Selling once, selling twice, and we are 254. New bidder. Unbelievable. It's just another $200 every single time. We're sending these kids to the Oasis camp, selling once, selling twice, and now 110, selling once, selling twice, and we are 208 is back in the mix for the third time. He's good for $600, selling once, selling twice, and it sells to 208. Amelia's table as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been fantastic. I've been Harry Santolala. Enjoy the rest of your night. Welcome back, Boston. Thank you very much. Oh, the microphone. You need that. Sorry,
Thank you, Harry. That was incredible. Harry was amazing. You all were amazing. I have a bit of good news, and I have a couple of names to shout out. I can tell you that we are past the $1 million mark tonight, which is incredible given that, we have a smaller crowd. We got a lot of folks, watching from home. But that really is a great number to reach. I think we're actually past 1.1 million right now. And I have to call out Jonathan Epstein and Jeffrey Schechter, who collectively combined, these two men have raised about $500,000, just the two of them. So it shows their incredible generosity, Jeffrey and Jonathan. Let's hear it for them. $500,000. Well done, everybody. There is still time to donate in their honor, in the honor of all the folks, Amelia, that we heard from tonight, the folks you saw on the video screens, Jeffrey, Dr. Fine as well. So make that donation if you have not already. Bid on the silent auction items. That will continue until 10:30, so 25 minutes left of that. On behalf of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation New England chapter, we know it's been a tough 2 years. We thank you all for being here tonight and showing your dedication and your support for the outstanding work that these folks do each and every day, and that all of you do, and that all of you live with in your lives. Again, make those donations. We hope to see all of you at the Take Steps Walk next year, maybe the White and Night, and then again back here next fall for what we hope is a normal gala. Have a great night. Drive safely. Thank you all. Good night.
Judy and I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the honorees tonight.
Jeffrey Schechter, Man of the Year.
And Dr. Stephen Fine, Humanitarian Physician of the Year. Hats off to the amazing Fete committee for all the hard work they've done this year, and to the staff for creating this wonderful event. Thank you.
As co-chairs of this year's Fete, we'd like to say a great big thank you to our fabulous committee, and of course to all of you, our supporters, who are helping us to raise the necessary funds for research and to find a cure for these diseases.
And as co-chairs, we were able to take a peek behind the curtain, and we were just blown away by Jenna and her staff. So thank you for all the people supporting us in our endeavor to get one more step closer to finding a cure.
Good evening and welcome to this year's Fete of Food and Wine. I'm honored to be joined by so many who share in our mission to find a cure for Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. I'm grateful to the most wonderful committee of volunteers who've worked tirelessly to make sure this evening is a success. Leading them are my co-chairs, David and Jane Wolfman. Thank you so much for being the best co-chairs ever. And to Jenna Wilson, Andrew, and the entire staff at New England chapter of Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, there isn't a better team to work with toward this mission. So raise the glass tonight to our success to finding a cure. Thank you all and enjoy the evening.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Orgel, President of the Board, and I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight and everyone who helped make this evening both meaningful and memorable.
We'd also like to thank everyone from the medical community that's participating tonight, especially for the fine care that you provided to our two sons with Crohn's and colitis.
Have a great evening.
I was honored to be selected as Woman of the Year last year, and so much so that I accepted an invitation to join the board. And it's my great pleasure in this role to thank Jeff Schechter and Dr. Steve Fine, who we have the privilege of honoring this year, for your involvement, your caring, all you're doing for the local chapter, and all that we know you will do in increasing awareness and outreach for our efforts. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of our efforts and all we hope to be able to do together in the future. Thank you.
As this year's honoree, I want to welcome you to this year's Fete, where we will raise funds to find a cure for Crohn's and colitis.
Planet Fitness is proud to support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of New England. As a lead sponsor, myself, my franchise group, and 14 others across the United States have answered the call in our hopes to one day find a cure for these terrible diseases.
My name is Andy Davis, and I'm proud to say I've been part of the New England chapter of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation's advisory board for the past 15 years. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Dr. Stephen Fine and congratulate him on this extraordinary honor. It's well deserved.
And my name is Robin Davis, and I'm a Fete committee member, and I just want to give a shout out to all the honorees and the committee members for a job well done this year. Congratulations.
Hi everybody, my name is Joey Karras, and I welcome you to the 2021 Fete. Thank you so much for being here. I want to thank our honorees, Jeffrey Schechter and Stephen Fine. I want to thank our committee chairs, David Wolfman and Sheila Riddell, and the entire making this happen. I hope you're here to donate to this cause that's been so important to me and my family for so many years. I'm so glad you're here. Bid often, bid high. Thank you very much. And a very, very special shout out to my friend Judy Walk. I hope you're feeling well today and well tomorrow and well every day. Thank you everybody for being here.
Congratulations, Dr. Fine! Congratulations, Dr. Fine, from everybody at GDGI!
Congratulations, Dr. Fine!
Dr. Fine, big congratulations, well deserved.
Congratulations, so proud of you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on your Humanitarian Award, Steve. We're proud of you. From your Charles River Endoscopy team.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Well deserved.
Hi, Dr. Fine. We were so excited to hear the news of this award.
Well deserved.
Congratulations. You're the best. Woohoo!
Hello, Dr. Fine. We're all here from Endo to say congratulations on the Humanitarian Award of the Year for the Crones and Colitis Foundation. You rock.
Congratulations, Dad, for all of your work on this cause. I'm so proud of you for getting this award.
I would like to say congratulations, Dad. I think you've spent a lot of the past few years celebrating me and my sister as we've graduated high school and gone to college and gone to grad school. And now it's time for us to celebrate you and everything that you have been doing. So congratulations, hook 'em horns.
Congratulations, Jeffrey. So happy you're receiving this award. Most deserved.
Congratulations, Jeff, both to you and to Tina and Amy and Ruby who have supported you. You are very deserving of this award, and everyone in the family is very proud of you.